Get ready, everyone, for a 100% 4K master route of Flying Waters for Expedition 33.
I'm sorry about earlier. The beach was not your fault.
No, it was. I convinced Alan to land there.
So, we can rest a bit? But, the moon is bright. I want to keep moving.
Have you learned nothing from the beach?
No, I am not leaving Maelle alone a minute longer than I have to.
But right now, it's just the two of us, and I don't want to bring Maelle your corpse. We have to think every step through. The man on the beach, you saw what he did. But more than that, you saw his face. He must be, what, 50? 60? Yet he survived the Gommage. We don't know who we're dealing with. We lost everyone in an instant.
Exactly. He killed us all so easily, he doesn't need to fake a message.
Lucien. Lucien died to save me. And Tristan. Margot, they all... I am not letting Maelle die out here. I'm taking her home.
What? No, no, no! We have a mission!
Oh, fuck the mission! Fuck the mission, Lune! What are we gonna do, huh? Tell me. What are we gonna do? We're gonna take down the paintress, just the three of us? My gun and your sparks?
I didn't take you for a coward.
I'm not a coward.
You swore the oath. When one falls, we continue.
Yes, I know.
When one falls. When one falls. Not if, when. We knew not all of us would make it, but we continue. As long as even one of us stands, our fight is not over.
But I'm not afraid to fight, it's just Maelle, she's...
Maelle swore the same oath.
I know that!
She chose her life. You and I... Come on, we always said the future of Lumiere is more important than
any individual life, yes.
Do you still believe that? Do you still believe that? Do you?
I hope I do.
Fuck the mission. Really?
Sorry. '68. Elodie's expedition.
You know the commanders of every expedition.
Expedition 68. Their boat was blown into the air by a storm. Lumiere lost sight of it, but assumed they crashed on the continent.
And they survived. storm, at least.
All right, let's keep moving. We found the weird corals. Maelle must be close by.
Alright, now that we have finally made it to the flying waters, we can see that the boat's anchor literally got stuck on a whale. So let's go ahead to the left side first, where we can go ahead
Nice.
and get ourselves a brand new Pictos. Now back to the other side of the main hub area, we find ourselves a paint cage. Basically, take out 3 different anomalies that's going to be nearby the cage, and you get to see what is inside. So there are the 3 different locations for this one. Again, all hidden very close to the cage itself. This is one of 2 cage puzzles we're going to have in this area, and just like that, we've got ourselves a Chroma Elixir. That, again, is what you use to heal your party outside of battle and away from an expedition flag. So, the way I'm going to do these battles is if the enemies give us something interesting, like a weapon or a Pictos or something important,
Wait.
I will go ahead and show it. Otherwise, I'm just going to show the finishing blow. That's to save on time, so we don't have to make this about twice the length it normally is. Because believe me, flying waters, you're going to run across heavy opposition here. So let's continue down the path. Again, always checking your sides, because this area has a ton of really
Wow,
cleverly hidden
that
side
well.
areas, like you see there, with our color of Lumina. And also, gigantic Nevrons just painted into the canvas here. As we go ahead, sneak up on these 2, and unfortunately, as you can see, they didn't have anything special, so they just get wiped out immediately. But as you can also see, we are mastering our Pictos in the background by doing this. Let's go ahead and use our Chroma Elixir since we don't have a flag near us. And just like that, we get ourselves another Pictos. So basically what's happening in each of these cuts is anytime we get a brand new Pictos, I'm throwing it on one of the characters. That way when we do our
careful.
battles, we can be productive with it and get all of these learned as fast as possible. Now, these enemies are our flying variations for this series. As you can see, you can literally blow up the bombs to do area effect damage on them and nearby enemies. But again, they are flying enemies, so you pretty much just have to shoot them. So, just like that, those 2 are out here. As you see, they didn't give us anything interesting. And up here is going to be ourselves a Chroma Catalyst. Again, this is what we use to upgrade our weapons. And actually, we will get to see at the end of this episode how those items work. So, again, you don't give us anything interesting, so beat it! And actually, not to our attacks. The burns to get them this time. And just like that, we are moving on. This area, such a beautiful area to explore. I mean, at any point you can just look up and see anything from whales to literally sea dragons just floating above you. It's absolutely amazing. As we run up the red path out of the first area. Now, we are going to get a few different optional bosses in this section and quite a few new weapons.
Slow down. We don't know what's inside yet.
Look, there's a door inside.
Seems empty. Let's go. Someone lives here. Where are we? This is...
Maelle!
The Manor is something we're going to see pop up time and time again in most of these locations going forward. And I'll say, personally, this is one of my favorite soundtracks in the game. It is so underrated with just how much this song gets stuck in your head. Literally, no matter what you're doing, you're studying, you hear this in the background. You're working, it's back there. Heck, even when you're playing this game, you just want every soundtrack to be this soundtrack. It is just that catchy, I'll tell you. And luckily, it does stay the same each time you enter the Manor. At least as far as I've gotten into the game. So, let's go ahead. They said that Maelle was brought to this place, so we just need to find whatever door will actually open to us. And look, there's the painting of the monolith, 33. There was even the painting of our clue that we got to come here.
Maelle?
Gustav? Are you real? Well, you sure smell real enough.
No, I don't. I'm sorry. I thought that you... On the beach, I saw you and I couldn't, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I should have, I should have come for you, and
It's okay. It's okay.
I was worried.
Made it.
How did you end up here?
I don't know. It's all a blur. I remember everyone at the beach. Then I woke up here. With him. He's been helping me a lot. He reinforced all my Pictos.
What is he?
I'm not sure. He doesn't really talk.
The chroma around him. It's quite different from the NEVRONs.
How did you find me?
There was a message at the indigo tree.
Do you know who left it?
A message? Maybe. No, I don't know. Again, we just trained earlier. All right. But this time I have backup.
Alright, and for those who have played the game all the way through, the irony is so great with this fight, considering what the Curator is. Now, I'm not going to get into any kind of spoilers, so you don't have to worry about that there, but let's just say this entire section with the Manor, the Curator, and Maelle absolutely takes on a completely different tone when you know exactly what the Curator is. So, in this case, it's literally just teaching us how Maelle's stances work. As you can see, defensive, offensive, and virtuoso. Otherwise, she is just stanceless if you do an attack that doesn't force a change. So it is very confusing, but let's just say you always want to be in Virtuoso since it does, I think it's 200% damage on any of the hits she does when she's in that stance. If you do attack stance, you take more damage, and if you do defensive stance, you take less damage. You don't really want to be stanceless, because then you're not really getting any benefit. And Curator, I thought this was supposed to be a training session. I didn't know we were trying to wipe Maelle out, but there you go. At this point, as you can see, this battle is literally just teaching you the mechanics, not just of her, but also of jumping. And just like that, we are done.
That was fun, but I think we've had enough training today. You could come with us if you like. If that's a yes, we'll see you at the camp.
We should go to the Manor and maybe learn something.
Yeah, or we could get back to the Indigo Tree.
Noco's usually here. I wonder where...
Is that a Gestrel?
Stop that, you big hairy brush face. Can't you see they're human? Noco's a bit dramatic, but if you're nice, Noco will trade you lots of useful items for Chroma.
So the tales are true. Perhaps the grandest in the SKA exist too. Are there more Gestrels like you? I'd love to meet them.
Noco, you silly scruff. Their village is not far from here.
Oh, really?
Lune.
I know. Don't have time for detours.
Yeah, we need to get to the Paintress.
There's another sea between here and the Paintress.
Noco, as the best Gestrel merchant ever, I bet you know a solution, yeah? Come on, you broomhead, I know you know.
Well, I guess you'll get to meet more Gestrels.
Lune's love for Gestrels absolutely gets me every single time. And you know we're to have to go to its village, so let's go ahead and see what items it has to offer. So as you can see, this is what we ultimately use our Chroma for, and fight the merchant to get special items. So Lune, you are up. And at least from what I've experienced so far in the game, because I haven't got off of Act 1 in my original playthrough, the merchant fights are typically not hard at all. He looks a lot bigger than he actually is. Get ready, and there's the pound, there's the counter attack, but you do see that it does have quite a bit of health, surprisingly enough. It's just his attacks do pretty much no damage, hardly at all. So let's go ahead, back and forth. And again, this one, not too bad, but I'm telling you, when he does the headbutt, it's easy to parry. When he does the punch, again, anything that drags out the hit is going to throw me off every single time. So at this point, we're literally just running our rounds. So it's earth first, then ice, then fire, because each one of those give you the stains to make the next attack stronger each time. As you see, its hits pretty much do nothing. He might as well be tickling us. So just like that, merchant, one more, burn will get you. And just like that, we are now worthy warriors, and we can get ourselves the exposing attack Pictos, which again we'll just throw on one of the characters so that it can level up in the background. And we also bought all the other items it has. Go to the expedition flag, upgrade abilities, and add any new attacks if we need to. So let's go back over in the main area and around the manor that's sitting here in this cave, and you'll notice we can get some of our chroma back that we just spent. Literally almost 700 chroma. So let's continue on the way as intended. So again, right past the flag, and this time we're going to have street lamps light the way.
Done this?
Guess.
So you didn't just stay in your mansion.
Oh, you knew she wasn't just staying in the mansion.
Well, that will help.
So over here we can get ourselves Chroma Catalyst, and let's continue. And now we see ourselves a giant anchor.
There's a path through the boat.
That anchor doesn't look
And the broken remains of Expedition 68's boat. As you can see, there's also a sea dragon literally just flying through the waters above us. And in this case, we actually do get an item from the enemy, so we go ahead and show this one through. Now, in this case, these two enemies are probably the easiest enemies in the game to parry, so I don't worry too much about them. Go ahead, use our Earth attack, because it hits everything on the field, just to start getting them tenderized. And at this point, let's also mark one of them. That way, if only she could do her Pierce attack right off the bat, we'd be able to pretty much one-shot anything with the two-hit combo. And again, very slow attack, up and down, out of here. Just like that. And same thing here, very slow attack, up and down. Got it? Alright.
Let the ink flow.
Now, let's go ahead. We can use Ice Lance for extra damage. Now it's slowed down, which really doesn't matter to us because it is out of here. Feel like we've not used Overcharge in what feels like an eternity, but as you can see there, we get ourselves a new weapon for Maelle, level 3. So let's go ahead, upgrade our level 2 with the level 3 weapon that does fire damage per hit, which is perfect because that pairs really well with Lune's ability to burn the opponent. So let's go ahead and continue on our way. As you can see, the broken boat is where we're supposed to go, but this is the 4K Master route. We are not worried about where we're supposed to go. We're worried about getting it all. So let's go to a platforming section we're to have coming up. Keep in mind where this purple item is, because that's going to be essential going forward. So if you would get out of the way, as you can see, there's another item up on a stand here. Let's jump up.
Nice.
And oddly enough, yes, this is a platforming section. I was really surprised that Expedition 33 had these. You know, just with the freedom of motion that you have, I really do love when they add these in. So let's just swoop our way up and get ourselves a brand new Pictos. This time up here, Augmented Aim, which makes too much sense considering we're at a sniping spot up here. So go ahead, equip that on someone so that it can be learning in the background. And let's go to the giant jar. This is going to get us our next white NEVRON. So if you remember Jar from the last episode, well, this is the version for Flying Waters. So, as you see, again, you have the option to attack. Never attack the white NEVRONs. It will come back to haunt you, trust me. So, let's go ahead. Basically, he's missing his mine, so we need to find the mine. That is the purple item that we saw that was on the ledge. So, as you can see, there's gigantic mines everywhere. He was apparently over here looking for his. And, again, platforming. So, over to the center pillar here. And then once we get to the center pillar, we want to about face, go right back the way we came from, and we can jump over to two more that's almost hidden by the fog here. Right there, there, and one more. And just like that, we've got it. There's his mine. So just like in the case with the jar, you had his special item literally in the very next area. In this case, you had the item literally right next to him. So luckily when we get the white Nevrons, at least the items they're looking for so far have been literally right beside them. So let's go ahead, give this back to him and see what special thing he's going to give us. There you go, hold this. We are literally arming our enemies. Luckily he's not decided to be one of the flying enemies. And just like that, we get a brand new level 3 weapon for Lune. So again, let's go over to her and throw it on. Just like that, upgraded all the way from level 1 to level 3. And let's continue on. Back to the broken boat this time. That's ultimately the way they wanted us to go. So let's stop failing at platforming in any sense. My gosh, anyone who watches my Doom videos knows I have a heck of a time with platforming on console. And this is definitely no exception. So now let's go through the broken boat. We've got another one of our anchor guys. And as you can see, did not give us an item, so there's the kill shot right in the face. So as you see there, battle loot, nothing. But it is progress toward all of our Pictos we have equipped. So let's continue on into the Molten Foundry that is somehow underwater, as much as any of this makes sense. I mean, we're breathing underwater, you've got fire underwater. Reminding me of the SpongeBob rap. Alright, and here we go. So this is the brand new enemy that we have to deal with, and it is an absolute pain because it starts with 2 defensive shields up. So again, if you can do a multi-hit, or if you just shoot them out of here, anything just to get the shields down. And at that point, considering we didn't do a single targeting move, it's still marked. But she's just literally shoot it 1,000 times just because this thing doesn't like fire. Ironically enough. And again, you are too slow, buddy. Get out of here. Almost did it. Performs the combo. His combo's tough because you got quick, and then he delays, and it's always the delay that's going to get me. So, Gustav is stunned, meaning he can't move and he can't parry. So beware, you definitely don't want your character stunned. At this point, we just need to keep on him because the thing is, he can actually add defensive shields to his allies at any point during the battle. So you definitely want to get rid of them as fast as possible because they are literally the support of the group. And just like that, there's the jump attack. We were not ready for it. But hopefully we'll be ready for it next time. Let's go ahead and just get our multiple hits in. As we can see, we're about halfway to stunning them. But I don't think that's going to be necessary, just with how much damage we're doing now with these level 3 weapons. Literally, we finally got to where just our regular offensive attack does a ton of damage. And just like that, you can see the unique item we get for this one is level 3 weapon for Gustav. And this one is actually element based, so he has an ice weapon. So he has a level 3 ice weapon, Lune has a level 3 fire weapon, and so does Maelle. So let's continue on around the forge and let's keep going. Another expedition flag, again, just upgrade abilities, learn skills if we have them. And let's continue on in this massive cave area that we've just opened up. Now, ultimately, we want to look in the thickets here, right by the flag, for another new Pictos, Staggering Attack. Like always, we'll go ahead and equip it off camera, just like that. And now let's continue on. Down into the corals. As you can see, this branches off in a bunch of different directions.
We can use it.
But then again, you have one that literally just trolls you because it spins you in a circle and then runs you into one of those guys. As you see there, literally the one shot with the pierce and burn damage after. So, now that's taken care of, let's continue up the path. And really, really love the lighting of this area. As soon as you see the kooky lights, turn around because there's a red cave you can drop down into. This is actually where we're going to find the second of our paint cages for this area. So, let's continue down the main path, and you can see we've got 3 of the big brutes. This is the only fight that actually gives you an item that I have to skip, just because literally the things took forever to take down. Basically what ended up happening is they kept putting defensive shields up on each other. I literally ended up with one of them having like 6 shields on it. It was nutty. So, let's just say we saved about 5 minutes of time by cutting that fight out. Again, this is definitely the hardest fight of the area up to now. As we go ahead, get ready for them, because literally they're all going to come after us. We literally missed the preemptive strike, and just like that, Lune kicks the final one out of existence, and we get ourselves 2 Chroma Catalysts. Now, what to do about the paint cage? Well, the first target is literally right beside it. The second one's up high on the wall, and the third one's on one of the mines. And just like that, this paint cage is done. And we can get ourselves a revival tent. So again, the tents are just items. So that's one of our revival items. Now let's continue on up the path. Expedition journal right there.
I don't like this.
And that is going to tell us about how they got shipwrecked.
Merde. This one is gigantic.
Avoid those at all costs.
Well, we may avoid the Titan-sized one, but don't worry, we're going to have a smaller one that we can fight right over here. And that's actually going to be our first optional boss fight of this episode. So let's go right in through corals, and here we have the same thing, just a little bit smaller. Alright, now consider this thing the ruby weapon of Expedition 33, because it has the same gimmick where it can just remove characters from combat, just to give you less and less people to fight it with. So, let's go ahead with the Bourgeon, and just basically attack it until it removes one of the characters. And at this point, who's it going to go after? It's going after Lune. Alright. So, it's going to be the Gustav and Maelle show for this one. Lune will either come back partially through the fight or after it's over with. So let's go ahead and boost each other up here, because this thing is literally a bullet sponge in every sense of the word. This thing can literally tank so many hits, it is amazing. So let's go ahead and counter it. And what you notice about attacks like this that hit both characters, you can parry it as long as the character that was last hit parries it. So even if Gustav got hit there, Maelle was the last one hit, she parried it, so she parried the attack. And these combos are brutal. It does at least tell you how many hits it is, but again, the timing is everything on this. And sometimes, when you're in a situation where you're going to get wiped out, it's better to dodge if you've already failed one of the parries, because you're not going to parry the entire attack. And now, just like that, she's in Virtuoso stance, so she's going to do a lot more damage.
Get ready.
Parried all 3 of them. There's one to Gustav, and again, only one hit him, so he only had to parry the one attack. We've got Overcharge Ray, but not enough AP to use it. So, let's freeze him. Let's literally burn him. At this point, he doesn't know if he should be frozen solid or burned to a crisp, and somehow all this is happening underwater. So here we go. Again, these strikes, it's all about the timing of the matter. And usually the headbutt's the easy one, but apparently, no matter how many times I hit parry, she didn't want to parry anything. So, let's go ahead, overcharge this thing, and look at that damage, because it's literally weak to electricity. And just like that, Lune is back on the field. I mean, we really didn't need her for this fight, but that's perfectly fine. We'll make do. And that is what you don't want to see, is Maelle going stanceless, because then she's not getting any benefits at all. So, go ahead, let's slow it down, since Gustav and her both are ice attacking the thing. And then let's melt it while we're at it too. Again, Bourgeon just has no idea what in the world it should be feeling right now. Frozen or on fire. So, let's go ahead, at this point, just everyone use your level 3 weapons that you have, and it is out of here. Now, we get a lot of things here. We get a new Pictos augmented counter. We also get a level 3 weapon for Gustav. We get Bourgeon skin. And we get ourselves Chroma Catalyst. Literally all 4 things from that one optional boss fight. So, now we get a sneak peek at the actual boss of this area, just to kind of look at us and go away. So let's head up top first.
This building has a certain melancholy beauty. A lone outpost.
Sorry, Maelle, we can't let you finish that sentence. We currently have these 3 we're trying to deal with. So, as you can see, since this is an actual battle, we're going to get something good for our troubles. So, how do we want to start this one off? Let's immediately mark him. I'm really just trying to avoid the big guy because he's the easiest one to counter. And since that hits everyone, that took out the one that was marked. Now let's focus on the other small one over here. And if we can burn him, that'll take care of him. Now we just need to counter you, and I think we've got it. Nope. For once, we finally messed that one up. So, let's fight you legitimately, I guess. As we go ahead, get all of our strikes in that now do ice damage. And go ahead, burn what's left. It is literally the hot and cold show. That is what Flying Waters has suddenly turned into. And just like that, they're out here. As you can see, we got 4 Chroma Catalysts for this fight. Again, these are going to be used to upgrade our weapons. We are going to see that at the end of this episode. And again, you can see the progress being made as we go through here because the Pictos are being learned in the background. So, let's go ahead and zoom over this way. As we're now on the upper ledges of this giant building.
Nice.
And here we get ourselves another Pictos, versatile this time around. So, let's go ahead and throw that on someone. And now we want to make our way over to the handholds that are over on the other side, because we have another optional boss fight, and this one is absolutely infuriating, I will just tell you that. The second optional boss for this one is absolute nightmare to get through. So let's go ahead, grab our Color of Lumina, and now we immediately get into fight with him. We jump, we counter, he's out of here. Alright, so back on the back wall somewhere here is going to be our handholds. And again, they're not hiding items this time, back behind the corals. So again, there's our handholds. Let's go ahead, jump on up. And there. Got it. Alright, so now we're up here. Let's go ahead. We want to take them out. I guess we probably should. One of those where you could avoid them if you wanted to, but probably don't give you something good if you just go ahead and get it over with. So again, we've got to take out his 2 shields. His partner we're pretty much ignoring because again, he's usually easy to counter out of here. And now that he has no shields left, let's just hit him with everything. So, you get the burn and the mark. And Brulerum, let's see if we can get you this time. Nope. Missing it on the first now, all of a sudden. And at this point, he's going to do his jumping attack. Let's go ahead, jump, counter. That just does an absolute ton of damage to him, almost 1,000. And just like that, let's go ahead, keep up the pressure, because we do not want him getting any more shields. At this point, stab you right through the everything. And if we can counter, this one is done. There's 1, 2, got it, out of here. Just like that. Alright, as you see, with this one, we got 2 Chroma Catalysts. So, let's see if he was guarding anything. Surprisingly, he wasn't. So, we instead move on to the other important thing that's up here with us, and that's going to be this building, just kind of off in space. So as you can see, we've got ourselves a massive pit down there, but luckily you can't fall down in it. So let's go ahead and warp over to the building, and let's run our way around. Very, very cinematic location. Here we can get ourselves Chroma Catalyst, and we can launch ourselves down to actually get ready for the next optional boss fight. And this one is absolutely brutal. So get ready. It's mainly because of the amount of damage it does. It only has 2 attacks. But both of those attacks can pretty much one-shot one of your characters. So here we go. That one is quick hit and then 2 slower hits. Go ahead and do the ice counter. And honestly, countering is everything with this guy. Go ahead and shoot because that'll at least get that big 1200 damage out of the way on him. Mark him, and let's start the assault. Because it looks like it goes good at the beginning, but then you start slowing down on damage and have to realize he usually attacks twice in a row, and any one of his attacks can wipe you out instantly. Like you see, there's 1, 2, 3, got it. Alright. Honestly, you pretty much just have to parry this thing out of existence. And here's 1, 2, 3. Jeez. Literally with 1 HP. So let's go ahead, overcharge just to get some big damage on him. Almost 1,000 worth, but the biggest thing is we got him stun locked. So now that he's stunned, let's hit him with everything we have, because he will not stay stunned very long. Surprisingly enough. So let's go to Virtuoso stance.
I'm ready.
And just like that, here's that trick shot again. That's the 1 quick and 2 slow. And just like that, you see what I mean. Literally one attack can wipe out one of your characters even at full health. So, this thing is rough to get through. Now let's go ahead and revive Lune, because sadly enough, we lost our Virtuoso stance doing that. But at least we can keep the pressure up on this thing. This attack is much easier to parry. Just because they do go slower, they kind of exaggerate it, so you can time it out a lot easier. Just like that, get out of here. As you can see, we finally have a level 4 weapon, this time for Lune. The only thing I don't like is it does not have an element. So, that may be good if we ever have an enemy that just absorbs all elements, but until we run into that situation, I'd much rather have an element on it. We also get 2 Chroma Catalysts and Color of Lumina, 5 of them. Let's go ahead and grab an item over here, which ended up being a Pictos, I believe. Yep, Energizing Break. And now let's go ahead and run all the way back to that gigantic NEVRON that we saw coming out of the Coral Cave, because there's also a MIME battle hidden in here. So, go literally into the thickets on the left side, and you'll see an even taller wall to climb. This is going to be MIME number 3 for us. This time with a hairdo for Maelle. Alright, so just like before with the MIMEs, we want to go ahead, wear this thing's resolve down, and get this thing stun locked as fast as humanly possible. So, there's the shield's gone immediately. And as you see, the damage pretty much doesn't exist. I mean, you can burn them, but even the burn damage doesn't do that much. Go ahead and put her in attempt to put her in Virtuoso. Apparently it's not guaranteed. Let's go ahead, hit the ground attack. That way all of her attacks are going to be powered up. And honestly, the biggest challenge is just doing enough break damage to actually break these things. That's that yellow bar that you see on the bottom down there. And as you can see, us being stanceless is not helping much. So let's at least try to burn this thing. Just like that. There. That way at least it'll be taking chip damage constantly. Unfortunately, the burn doesn't help with us breaking them. Counterattacks do, however. Look at that. We literally almost got it broken just from the 1 counterattack. So let's go ahead. If we can get overcharged, that'll do it. And I believe that Flurry will also do it as well. So, go ahead. At this point, Lune, surprisingly, is the one doing the least amount of damage, which I think that may be the first time I've ever witnessed that. And again, here's that fast hammer. I can never parry this thing. The hits are just so janky. Eventually we'll get there, because so far every mime I've faced has had that same attack. And just like that, this thing is just about to break. It literally looks like a cracked egg at this point. And let's go ahead, keep on that burn, because that's going to be especially good once it finally breaks. There's 3, no. Could have had it right there. Overcharges Ray, we just don't have the AP for it. So instead, let's just keep attacking. And again, she's in the virtuous pose, so if there was a way to use the flurry, that would do a ton of damage to it. Again, just keep on with our fire and ice over here until we're able to use the overcharge or get the counterattack. 3, almost. Now Gustav over here, let's just, use Luminaire Assaults. That'll at least get our overcharge maxed out, 10 of 10. And at this point, we can finally use the flurry. Go ahead, get all these attacks in, and that'll break it. So now that it's broken, it's going to take basically normal damage from us. Just look at it. Now it's really going to pile up for it. Heck, the burn damage even did 810. So let's just keep up the assault, and this one should be done in no time. So again, the key to the mime fights is just getting them to break. That is pretty much everything. Go ahead, keep peppering it with more damage. And at this point, I mean, heck, just hit it with everything. There we go. Burn eventually got it. I honestly think we have the most burn eliminations than anything else in the entire game. So let's go ahead and update the outfit here. And you can do this by going to character profile, going to wardrobe. Right there, we can put it on. And there is the short hair, which I'll be honest, I cannot get used to. This one, not necessarily one of my favorites. Maybe if we had a different outfit to go with it. Just kind of looks a bit bizarre. But maybe you like it. That's how you get it. Let's go to the flag. Let's go ahead, do all of our upgrading, learn skills, and resting. And now, let's go ahead and head toward the boss of this arena. So get ready. Here it comes. And it is brutal. And a bit of a jumping fiend.
Watch out!
You alright?
It only attacked when...
It's coming.
Alright, so let's get ready for this thing that was literally foreshadowed to us. Goblu. As you can see, it already starts with shields. And I swear, every time this thing jumps, I want to jump. This is something ingrained into my muscle memory. I have no idea why, but it's literally jumping on us, and I'm thinking that it's trying to jump on the ground. So, this thing messes with my brain every time. You'll know to jump if you see that yellow thing show up, but that's not the case with this one. So, its melee combo is vicious. It is quick, 2 hits. So, let's go ahead, pepper this thing with damage from every direction, because it can deal damage extremely quickly. As you can see, again, with the jumping attacks, All you really need to do is just parry the 3 hits. Not really too much of a problem. Since it was marked, we can do the extra damage there. Let's go ahead and try to get this thing burned, since that has been the #1 strategy for our entire team. And here come the flowers. Oh boy. You can target the flowers once it gets to a certain point, but honestly, I just ignore them. I'd much rather just take him out quickly. Especially if we can get this thing stun locked. At this point, let's just get everyone healed up, because we're getting a bit to the brink with all this bouncing attacks over there. And here comes the jump yet again. 1, 2, delay, 3. Ah, almost. Alright, so overcharge is just about there. It's at 7 right now. That'll get us all the way to 10. As you can see, it's resisting the ice damage. So, we need a different strategy here. As the flowers give it its power, it now has 2 of its shields back up. Luckily, the burn actually takes one of them away. And Maelle is down. She literally got slapped into oblivion. Let's just pop her back into reality. And at this point, let's go ahead. Virtuoso stage. Virtuous. Stance. And one more. Got it that time. Let's go ahead. And again, look at that damage counter. Basically did 1,000 some damage to it. So let's keep up the pressure. Overdrive right in its face. There's another 2,000. As we see, it is weak to electricity. And we were able to break it. So now it's just going to take a ton of damage. And with her being virtuous and us having the flurry ready, let's go ahead and just punish this thing out of existence. Just like that.
It seems peaceful, as long as we don't touch the flowers.
Yeah, let's not get too sentimental. It's still a paintress creation. Putain! Damn, Maelle, what was that?
It felt familiar somehow.
Gustave, we won't understand what's going on if we kill everything that moves.
Look, a red tree. The gestural village must be ahead.
You know what NEVRONs are capable of.
She'll be fine.
She'll be fine.
Gustave, I don't think they're listening. So there's definitely something going on with Maelle and the NEVRONs. As we see, we get a shape of heart there. So that is again something we can use to upgrade in our camp, which we're actually about to see. Because just like that, we are finally done with the flying water section. Let's get ready, because people who have completed the game, this may be a bit of a flash from the past for you.
Still too far.
Being out here isn't what I expected.
As expected. Hey. You okay?
Does out here's not like death in Lumiere, is it? I thought I was used to losing people. I've have a foster child, right? But not like that. On the beach. That man.
Yeah, I know. NEVRONs we were prepared for, but not. And now we finally found other survivors, and it's... You know, that's the insidious thing about the Gommage. It's predictable, almost gentle. It makes Lumiere complacent and accepting, but... The Gommage is equally violent than death. Death is just as final.
I've been having nightmares.
Yeah, me too. Look, if death approaches, I want you to run. No, promise me. Run. Especially if we meet the man from the beach. We can't face him. You see him, you run.
Only if you do the same.
Oh, I'm running as soon as I see a strand of white hair, trust me. You won't even see me, I'm running so fast.
Oh, please, you're an old man. I can outrun you any day.
Yeah, right. There was a time when 30 was young, you know?
Sure.
If only they listened to each other. So as we can see, the Curator has now entered camp.
I hope we can trust him.
And let's go ahead. As you see, you have the option to upgrade your weapons, which is what you use the catalysts for, as you see on the bottom there. So you got the Polished Chroma Catalyst, upgrade level 3 to level 4. And your other catalysts just level everything all the way up to level 3. So at this point, let's go ahead and put the best one up, and ultimately we'll do all of them off camera here. Just know every weapon is upgraded. Now let's go over to Exhibition Resources, and notice that Shape of Health that we have down there. That actually will upgrade our item on the bottom. So now instead of a small healing tent or item, it now goes to a regular healing tent. Also, this is where you can finally use those colors of Lumina to get our Lumina points up, just like that. Now, this leads us into the next section. As you can see, the red trees for the Gestural Village.
Other than red trees everywhere.
Noco's not great with specifics.
We'll just have to think like Gestrals then.
And that will set us up for the Gestural Village next time. If you've not already, please check out the Expedition 33 playlist. Like, share, comment, subscribe so more can see our videos, and we'll see you back next time. Take care, everyone.